like many churches, value our families, and we have this mission to go and love and live, so to go and make disciples, to love God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to live in freedom and community. And so after we created that mission, we said, well, how can we best equip our families to live out the mission of Go, Love, Live?
The church has about 50 to 52 hours a year to influence the lives of kids. And families or parents have over 3,000 hours of influence. We spent a lot of time coming up with a strategic plan and really just organizing the church so that everyone was on the same page. It wasn't that children was trying to reach a certain group and youth was trying to reach another group. It was that the whole church was going to come together.
And so what if we just had one message that everybody would rally around? And so we just started to dream and plan and think about creating this seamless environment for our families to engage with God on a Sunday morning. So for example, this month we're doing a series on the Beatitudes, and the same message that I'll be preaching on Sunday morning, blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God, will be a similar message that the children hear, will be a similar message that our youth hear, will be a similar message that our community groups engage in throughout the week, so that there's one message that the children can connect with, that the parents can connect with, that our whole community of faith can dial into and grow together.
It's really helped create the ability to have dialogue within families. I like to challenge the students to say, you know, your parents are in a community group, they're being asked questions, you know what those questions are. Ask them at dinner one of those questions. Pick the hardest one. Blow their mind, because they're going to freak out that you're asking them hard questions. In youth ministry, we used to think if we did a parent meeting at the beginning of the year, parent meeting halfway through the year, and maybe a parenting seminar somewhere along the way, we were helping the parents. But really, now we're trying to help them on a weekly basis.
We really prayerfully thought about what's the purpose of our church. And then it was like, what's going to be most effective? And the things that we were doing historically were effective in the past, and they're not as effective in the present. And so what things can we let go of in order to effectively implement a family interaction that includes possibly a meal, includes some fun and entertaining aspects, as well as some strong biblical teaching that people then can take with them. Watching the trends and watching what other churches have been doing well, created a Fam Jam night where young and old people could come, grandparents and young kids, to experience an energetic evening with a biblical teaching. And what we found is great success and a synergy with our families, not only with one another, but inviting their friends to come.
You know, we really want families to experience church together. And the reason I like Fam Jam, it's maybe my personal bias towards it, is I don't necessarily like the idea of training kids how to sit in a service, but I want kids to be able to bring their families into a service and everyone experience it together. And so that's what Fam Jam's about. It's really more about kids bringing their parents to church, and yet the whole family being able to experience the same thing at one time. It's just done in a just creative way. So there's a lot of high energy singing, music, entertainment, there's comedy, there's biblical teaching within.
We have to equip our parents to impress the teachings of God upon our children. We have to create environments for families to gather together to hear those teachings, then carry those out so that when they're walking or when they're driving in their car or when they're going down to bed, they can have these conversations. I think the biblical mandate is clear, and then it's just start the conversation. Because the way of segmenting people into different categories for long periods of time misses a huge component of family life and holistic family ministry that is so needed in our culture today.